This is fall. I feel like that's fall. It's giving fall. That could be right in fall. Oh my gosh, it takes place in fall. We are so back. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you've never been here before, hello, my name is Sophie and I'm so happy to have you here. I love to post book videos and I love reading, so that's exactly what I do on this channel. So welcome back. I haven't been reading as much because I have been very slumped with homework in my master's program, but I thought I should just do a book video, a fall book TBR, because I have so many books from my shelves in the other room that are unread and that I think would be great to read in the fall. So let's go over those. And there are two books that I would like to read maybe on my Kindle or on audiobook that I just definitely want to read this season too. So I'm so excited to get into those with you. The first book on my Kindle that I think I would like to read, because I saw it on Libby, so it would be available to rent for free, is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I think that this is a book that is maybe a fantasy. I don't know. I honestly don't know. And here's what you're gonna realize throughout this whole video. I do not know a lot about any of these books. All I know is that they give fall vibes to me in some way, shape, or form, so I want to read them this season. Night Circus is kind of self-explanatory because it's a circus that appears at night, I think. Yeah, so I want to read it in the fall. Okay, the other book I don't really think is too fall themed, but it's Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and it just came out a few months ago. My best friend is currently reading this and she loves it. She's already crying and she can't wait to find out what happens at the end. It's about a astronaut, so very exciting. And Taylor Jenkins Reid is such a great author that I think I would just like to read anything that she writes. So that is another one on the list. Now let's get into the books on my physical TBR. The first book is the one that has been on my TBR the longest, and that is In My Dreams I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead. This book I got in January whenever I went to Barnes & Noble with my best friends, and I got this alongside The Virgin Suicides by, I don't remember. I haven't read that yet, but that one doesn't really give fall to me as much as this one gives fall. And I couldn't tell you what about this gives fall except for the cover. It just looks like it probably happened in fall. I know that this is a dark academia that takes place at a college, and last fall I read The Secret History by Donna Tartt and I loved it so much. And then in February I read If We Were Villains by ML Rio, and I also really liked that. So I do think that dark academia is a genre that I could really get into. And let's just go over this little blurb. 6 friends, 1 college reunion, 1 unsolved murder. This is fall. It's fall, so we're gonna read it. The next longest book on my TBR is one that I got for my birthday, and that is The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. I've never read a Holly Jackson book, but I know that she's very ubiquitous in the thriller mystery series. I think that she might write YA, or is this might be adult thriller mystery, I'm not too sure, but hey, I think it's about a girl named Rachel Price who went missing and then came back. If I had to guess, yeah. Anything that kind of has to do with thrillers, high school, I feel like that's fall. It's fall. It's giving fall. This next book I also got on my birthday. It's Deep Cuts by Holly Brickley. I remember seeing Haley Pham and Sarah Crowley and Destiny Sidwell all reading this around spring and summer. But whenever they were describing it, I was like, that could be right in fall. I think it's about a romance with music lovers. Oh my gosh, it takes place in fall. Okay, it's a Friday night in a campus bar in Berkeley, fall of 2000. It takes place in the fall in early 2000, and I think that there's a lot of music references. Something about me is that I love music that feels like it takes place on a Friday night in fall. The #1 songs that do that for me are by Conan Gray, Wish You Were Sober and Maniac. Play those songs in the car at nighttime and tell me that it doesn't feel like a Friday fall night when you were in high school. If that doesn't work for you, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is another one that I think I'd like to read. It's probably more fiction and drama, maybe a little bit of romance than the other two that were more thriller mystery. I really love the cover on this one too. Next up, I have A Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston. I picked this up in the summer because I read online that the two main characters are similar to Jess and Rory from Gilmore Girls and Something About Me. How many times am I going to say something like me? Did you guys count? Let me know. Is that I love Jess. If I could have Jess sitting here right now, we wouldn't be filming this video anymore. You know what I mean? So this is about a girl who ends up being transported into the town where her favorite book series takes place, and my best friend has read this and recommended it to me because she said it's very cozy and takes place in a small town. And then also, hey, a small town and Jess and Rory, like, that's Gilmore Girls. Although the cover is more spring, I do think that this is something that I would like to read in the fall. And then the last book is one that I actually just got in August. We went to Barnes & Noble and this was a $5 book at the cafe, like how Starbucks and Barnes & Noble always has a $5 book for the month. And this is The Shawshank Redemption by Stephen King. Actually, it's Rita Hayworth and The Shawshank Redemption. I'm not too sure anything about either, but this is so short. It is 111 pages, so it could easily be read in one sitting. And Stephen King is the king of horror, of fall, of all things like that. So, you guys, I think it's about time I read my first Stephen King novel, and I feel like it's fair to make the first one be only 111 pages. My best friend and I were at, hey, how many times am I going to mention my best friend? We were at Barnes & Noble Saturday and we were looking at all the Stephen King books and we picked up 11/22/63. I think that's the title. And it's, I think, over 800, 900 pages. And it's a story that we'd be interested in reading, but hey, that's a big book. That's a big commitment, so maybe we should stick to The Shawshank Redemption. That's only 111 pages. I think for the rest of this video, I just want to talk about some books that I could recommend to you for the fall because, like I said, I love fall and I love reading and reading in the fall, of course. So some books that I could recommend are The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. This one doesn't really feel autumnal, but the storyline feels very fall. I love that book. The whole Twilight series, I love Twilight. I am a Twihard. While I can tell you that Twilight kind of takes place in the winter, everybody and their mother considers Twilight a fall book series. And I can't blame them because whenever I see the leaves turning orange and the sky turning gray, I think hoa 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 hoa. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with that, then you need to go on Instagram. I am on the Twilight side of Instagram. All that I get on my Instagram are videos of Twilight and videos of Gilmore Girls. There's literally nothing else. You would be concerned. I'm not. I love it. Another book that I'd like to recommend for fall are the two that I spoke about earlier, and that's A Secret History by Donna Tartt and If We Were Villains by Emma Rigo. Two very good, well-rounded dark academias. They both kind of fit the same storyline, but they're different in their own rights, and I'm able to differentiate the storylines whenever I think about both of them. I love both. The Secret History deals more with students and their lives, and If We Were Villains kind of deals more with Shakespeare. So if you're not into Shakespeare and like reading about the plays and everything, you might not like that one. A Secret History would be a little bit more easy to read, I think. One of my favorite thrillers of all time is Verity by Colleen Hoover. That book, I was whenever I finished it, and I still think about it a lot, so I highly recommend Verity. That's actually going to be a movie, I think, next year. And if you'd like another short novel that's full of life lessons, I would love to recommend Tuesdays with Morrie by Mitch Albom. I think about that book so much, and it's also a quick read. I think it's less than 200 pages, and I read that all in one sitting too. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Please let me know other video ideas that you would like to see me do. Please keep up with my YouTube shorts and TikTok if you miss me, because it takes a lot more work to do long form videos than it does to do the shorts and the TikToks. But I hope that I'm still giving you guys quality content and that you still appreciate what I'm able to produce. I hope that you all have a nice, cozy, relaxing fall season, and let me know what you're reading and any books that you recommend, or if you want a specific recommendation for you. Thank you. I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye.